Alright, I'm going to tell you a little story about what I do and why I do it. I'm going to just do this one. Thank you. Alright, so this story, I started teaching creative writing and poetry in youth penitentiaries. They call them development centers, but it's just a fancy word for saying teen prison. And one thing that really bothered me when I went in there was these teenagers are asked to, express themselves and be vulnerable, but the second that they do, they're silenced, and then they're told they can't use certain language, you're not supposed to say those words in here, you're not supposed to talk about what you were doing outside of here, and so then they're silenced at the same time as being asked to open up and be honest. And I just felt just like oppression on top of suppression on top of all these fucked up rules that this jail was giving them. And so I wrote this song kind of inspired by the idea of not being able to tell your story. And so I wrote a little poem about my life while I was there with them to try to show them what's possible to do. This one's called Anti-Everything. I'm anti-everything. I won't tell you anything. Ain't that the lesson? I won't tell you about myself, I'm anti-confession. I can't express it, it's way too explicit for you to even listen. So why are you asking me all of these questions? You see, I've been preconditioned to live with addiction ever since adolescence. Feeling depressed from these antidepressants. Feeling obsessive about being successful. Stressful, hair out of my head skull. Judgments and pressures have been filling this head full. My good friend was plugged into machines, now a vegetable. Life support, watch the doctor pull the plug, life is gone. Look at where our life has gone. It's so fucking incredible. Being here with you as you listen to my memories. Capture the insight, the essence, the energy. I can't complain or explain my experience. My Uncle Wayne caught a bullet in his brain, and that explains what disappearing is. When my homie hung himself in our kitchen, that showed where depression gets, showed where the pressure sits. Crying and gripping my fists, not knowing what life is. Dealing with this crisis, like I was waiting for an answer. I was stuck in line, going out of my fucking mind. Stand still, stop the time from passing by. Praying to a God I didn't believe in, screaming, asking why. Started writing songs about addiction and my struggle through it. Heroin, killing kids in my high schooling. Now expressing art musically, like that's cool. You take a story beaten brutally and make it sound more beautifully. I'll try to. Embracing pain is truth to me. Open up the wounded parts and look at what you do to me. Poetically confused to preach. When I know the way to learn is to open on your own and teach yourself how to compose a speech of self-love and honesty, acceptance and honoring, but I won't show you anything. Cause see, I don't want attention. I just want to live in peace. Peace is just perspective. Ego suicide, cause our minds are just a weapon. Deeper than my thoughts, rage, overflow, aggression. Not allowed to feel how I feel, so I suppress it. Get rich off intentions or where I place investments. I don't know what to do, so stop asking me questions. I don't know what to do, so stop asking me questions. Sort out my record. These lost soul sheep expect me to be a shepherd. Expect me to be a shepherd. So look at where our life has gone. It's so fucking incredible. Thank you. Thank you.